All right, so the whole purpose of this video is to very clearly explain how we are going to create a new sales and marketing list. And so what I've done is I've already created a Google Sheets, which you can see here, and I will share this with you via a link, which I'm going to send, and I'll copy and paste this link and send it to you via email, which you already may have. So what I'm looking at here is there is a list with a bunch of different columns here, A through V, I believe, or U, and it's very standard stuff. So you have your company, first name of the contact, last name of the contact, title of the contact, email of the contact, ops phone number of the contact, cell phone of the contact, obviously contact means person, the street, the apartment, city, state, zip, website, and then there's this thing called business activity, which we'll define. So once we have this template, all you are going to be doing is copying and pasting information into each one of these rows. So where you get this information from is something called Don's Directory. So I'll make this big just so you can see it. So this is Don's Directory. It's just right here, donsdirectory.com. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this again. And so what we're going to do is we're going to log in. The user ID is AZ67755. So AZ67755. So I'm going to click on that. Click login, and then it's going to ask you to put a password in. I will send you the password directly. You click login one more time, and then you're into the database. So because there's another computer was logged in the same account and has automatically been logged out. Okay, so now what we want to do is search the directory database. So out of all of these regions, the only one you care about is search directory database. You'll click once, and then you're going to be here. Now you'll see there's these options under what we call Premier Services search. I'm going to unselect everything other than Texas Onshore. So this is the only thing that you should care about. And then the only, you'll see this option with directory section. You can ignore all these fields. Only thing you're going to do is click on this and click on services, number 5. So I'm going to click on that. We might do number 4 and number 3 later on, but we're going to only focus on 5 today. So I'm going to click on 5. I'm going to scroll to the right, and there's this option called search. So I'm going to click search. And you'll see there are 2,302 matches, and it will say there's 3,111 matches in other editions. So we're going to ignore those 3,111, and we're going to do the 2,302. And you'll see that it shows there's showing items 1 through 100. So you'll notice that this page only has 100 results. These are all companies, and you can get to the next 100 by clicking next down here. So what I want to do is I want to extract all of these 2,300 companies here into this spreadsheet right here. And so it's pretty straightforward how we're going to do this. The first thing we're going to do is you can see the company right here. I'm just going to grab the company. So I'm going to click copy. We'll put the company right here. I'm going to click paste. I'm going to grab, it says there's business activity or services. So you can see different companies have different types of services. So this is HDD, pipeline, oil field. There's construction, trucking, hot wheel, There's a bunch of these different types of services. So I'm just going to grab this guy right here, and if they have multiple services, I'll put them in these different columns over here on the left. So business activity 1, it's right here. Obviously, if there was something like this where there's multiple types of services, I would put the additional services in business activity 2 or 3. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and click into the one I'm working on here, and you'll see when I click in. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to back up because you'll notice. So this is the page that brought up with all the information. But watch what happens when I try to go back. It's going to say confirm your form resubmission, and so that's kind of frustrating. The way to avoid that, so you can just refresh the page and it should resolve itself. So now you can see we're back at our 2,302. But an easier way to do it is just to right click and open the link in a new tab. And this way you can just go back to the list when you're done with this one. So I have Weatherford TRS, which matches up, and you'll notice there are a bunch of business names here. You'll also notice they're for different areas. So the key thing here is that I only care about Texas, but I do want to get other people's information in here as well. So if there are other people in different locations, just grab the other PO box for them. But you'll notice that because we have, in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So that's 5 people. So that means that I'm going to have to make a version of this that's 5. So the way I'll do that, I'll just make this bigger so you can see. I'm just going to go ahead and grab just this guy right here, like that, and I'm going to just grab and drag it down to 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you'll notice there's 5 tubulars, there's 5 Weatherfords, and so now I'm going to fill in all the other information. I don't care about the formatting right now. I'll go fix that after the fact. But so now once I do that, I'm going to minimize this again, and I'm going to start with the first person. So it's Curtis Jones. So I'm just going to go ahead and type Curtis Jones, and you'll notice that there is a email right here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and I'm going to paste that right there, make it bigger so it fits. So there's Curtis Jones, and then I'm also going to see that there is there's a phone number, and there's 3 phone numbers actually. So in this case, we'll do office, cell phone, and we'll do work phone. Okay. And so in this case, this main number, if it's bolded, we'll call this the office phone. So I'm going to go ahead and click copy. I'm going to go ahead and paste that in there. And again, I'm not going to worry about the formatting yet. Here's a direct phone number. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that as the work phone. And so I'll call this, that's office phone. This will be like main phone. And then this is going to be, we'll call this work phone. We'll call it direct phone. And this will be cell phone. And so you can see D means direct, C means cell phone. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the cell phone right here. Copy that. And now we have the cell phone done. Okay, so now there's a couple other things here, such as the street. So it looks like it's 300 Burnett Street. So I'm going to actually type this out a bit faster. Burnett Street. And it's Suite 350. City is Fort Worth. It's in Texas. And you can just abbreviate Texas, just TX. And then it's 76012, 712. And then there's a website as well here, I believe. Yeah, it's just weatherford.com. So I'm just going to www.weatherford.com. We'll make that bigger so it fits. And so now I'm done with that person. There's no title for this person like these other ones. It says there's something called Tubular Running Systems. So that's not really a title. Usually it's like a district manager or something. So I'm going to ignore that for now. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to copy these guys as well. So I'm going to start again over here. And now I'm going to do, there's Lyle Kennington. And there is a title, and it's district manager. And there is no email for him. So anytime you get to something where there is nothing, just put NA, and then we'll go to the main phone. It looks like the main phone still is the same, I believe. No, I'm sorry. It's a different main phone. It's this 435 guy. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in. So it's 435. 781, and it's 0324. Okay, and then this person doesn't have a cell phone, and so, but I do see that they have a different address. So I'm going to do it's kind of interesting. So there's different for mail versus, so I'm going to not go with the mailing address. I'm going to go with the actual physical address. So I will do 1466, or excuse me, let me go back over here, I'm sorry. I'll do that again. So that is 2644 South 1500 East, and it's apartment, yeah, there's no, nope, there's nothing there. So you just leave, in this case you can leave that blank. And in the city, it looks like it is Vernal, UT, and it's 84078. and the website is the same, right? So we can just copy that all the way down for each one of these. And so we should be good there. So now with all these other people, I'm just going to go ahead and type their names in. So it's Gene Robertson, and this is the operations supervisor. Yeah, and then the email, there is no email for the person. So again, I'm just going to put NA. I also want to make this bigger so I can see it. And then the main phone number is the same. So I'm just going to copy it there. You can see for the cell phone here, there is no cell phone for these guys. So again, it's NA, NA, and there's also no direct line for them. As you can see, unlike this where it says D or C. So I'm just going to do NA, NA, and this person is at the same address, as you can see here, for all these three people. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab these guys and copy them down. So it looks like there's 3 people in this office, and I'm just going to do this. Boom. So now we're good. Okay, so now I'm going to do, I've done Gene. I'm now going to do Amanda Simmons. And Amanda Simmons is the office manager. So that's good. And there is no email for her. Same phone number. So notice how I dragged that and actually added, it changed the number. That's a problem. So we got to make sure that, so watch, I'll probably go to a 6 here. That's a problem. So you got to make sure that you're copying it, not just dragging this piece of it, because otherwise it'll screw your numbers up. So then there's no cell phone, there's no direct phone, and again, it is the same address. So we're good there. So now the final person here is this person in a different office. The name is Guadalupe Iglesias, and he's the district manager. So same thing here. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to go ahead and type in Guadalupe Iglesias. He's a district manager. He has he does have an email, so I'm going to copy that, paste that in there. And there is no there isn't a main phone number, I'm sorry, right here. And that one's different, so it's 361-289, and it's 5111, NA, NA, and the street address is different. So it is 5821 Agnes, and the city is Corpus Christi, and the state is Texas, and it's 78469. And it looks like there was no, I'm sorry, I'm screwing that up. So it's 78406. To make sure that you're not putting this down. This is the mailing address, which is different than the physical address. So that's that. Okay, so we are good now with all of this. Just double check that there's anything else that needs to be checked. It looks like it's good, and so now I am done with this. And you can see I've just completed one company. So here's one company, they had one business activity website. They have several different offices, 3 different offices with multiple different people. Some have titles, some don't. And this is good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to go ahead and format this correctly. So I'm going to make sure everybody has Arial. And I'm going to go ahead and actually, a very simple way to do this is to grab this format painter. And then what I can do is just grab all of them, and you'll notice they all update, and they're all the same format. So we are good to go here. Basically that is it, and you're going to repeat this for every single person. So now when I'm done this, I'm going to go ahead and then go to the second one. So I'm going to grab precision pressure pump data. So I'm going to copy this, come back in here, and I start the whole process over again. Again, there's Slickline services. I'm going to go ahead and grab that, and I'm going to go into the business services, and I have Slickline services. And same thing, I'm going to go in here by opening the new tab. And now I'm going to start on this group of people. It looks like there's Jim Blocker and Jim Snodderly sales, and there's one phone number. So it's the same type of thing, same process. So you're going to do this all throughout this entire list. You're going to try to get all 2302 done, and that is how it all works. Let me know if you have any questions, and that's how we'll do it. Thanks a lot.